Hello, welcome back to Tottenham Logic. Jed Spence has been left out of Tottenham's Europa League squad, and I think this is a big mistake. He's done everything right since coming back into the squad. Postecoglou said he's had no issues with him at all. He's been playing very well in pre-season. He's been played out of position and still done a good job, in my opinion. He covered well for Destiny Udogie, which we'll come on to in a minute. But my question is, why? Why has he been left out? I understand that the Europa League rules are completely different to the Premier League rules, and the under-21s are not counted as under-21s, blah, blah, blah. But do we really need to take four goalkeepers? I just checked the squad. It's got four goalkeepers in it: Whiteman, Austin, Forster, and Vicario. If it was an English quota then that we needed, why didn't we just leave Forster at home and take Jed Spence? This does not make sense to me at all, especially because we're already thin at the back. That means players like Destiny Udogie have got to play 2 times per week, every single week, because we've got no cover at left back, unless you want to play Ben Davies out there. But then we have to play at least Romero or Van de Ven twice per week. It just doesn't make sense for me. Spence could have covered Porro. He could have covered Destiny Udogie as well. I know we've got Archie Gray in there, and Archie Gray can play right back, but it just would have made more sense to have more defenders. We haven't got enough as it is. We've got a host of midfielders and enough attackers, but we was weaker in defence. So leaving Spence out to me just does not make sense at all. I feel sorry for him, to be honest, because it was his chance to play more games and show what he can do and try and prove himself to get into the first team. Now he's going to have a lot less games than he originally thought in his head that he was going to be having. He's done nothing wrong, and he's been left out again. Maybe he'll be playing more Premier League games, maybe, but he hasn't started any this season so far, so that doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Maybe he'll be used for the League Cup. If he's not used for the League Cup, then what have we even kept him for? And then that'll be another defender down. We're already weak in that department, so it just doesn't make sense for me. If Jed Spence, plays well in the League Cup, starts, proving his worth, I think the Europa League, after the league phases and it goes into knockout, you can then change your squad or add or take away from your squad. So I think if Jed proves himself in the Premier League or in the League Cup, then he can still come into the Europa League, but later on in the competition, if we get that far. I was looking forward to watching him play, to be honest, but now he's not going to be playing. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think this is a big mistake? I think it is, just through lack of defenders as it is. Let me know in the comments, and come on, you Spurs.